I got a good topic for the After Dark episode too. It's I was thinking about, okay, would you be okay with having emotional support dick / pussy?
What do you mean? Having it? So you have a side
Like,
piece, or
yeah.
you are the side piece?
No, like you both. Like, would you rather be the side piece, or would you rather have a side piece?
Am I in a committed relationship?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, not necessarily a side piece, but like a fuck buddy.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I've had fuck buddies. There was a time where I believed they were necessary,
and that's it. Like, that's their only purpose. Is just
I get it. Man, that's weird. I get that their only purpose. Trust me, I will justify that down. Or back in the day, I would. But I don't think that's a thing. In relation, at least in the relationship I'm in. Now, if I wasn't in this, and I could just say I was in a general one, and maybe I could talk, but that's not no. Okay. But prior to this, I've had fuck buddies. I'm talking scheduled ones.
Yeah, scheduled. Shit.
Actually. All right. Join the Patreon. Say it loud after dark. We can pick that.
Yeah, we'll pick that one up back on the
on
the Patreon. Say it loud after dark episode.
Yes.
I'm black and I'm proud. Hey, now everybody just say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Come on, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Hey, now everybody just say it loud.
What it do, what it does, what it is, what it ain't. It is your boy CJ, and then it's your boy Tim, back again with another Say It Loud podcast.
Say it loud.
Black and proud.
We black as hell.
What's happening? What's going on?
Trying to maintain.
Yeah,
as the old folks say, I'm yet holding on.
Yeah, if you see me looking towards the side, I'm looking at my phone because I'm tracking the draft right now.
Oh yeah, see, my dad told me about that. I forgot. I didn't even realize draft was happening.
Oh yeah, it's draft day. I brought my draft cap and everything. It's the first time I ever brought a draft. It's the same hat whoever the Bucks pick. This is the hat they're gonna wear.
They're picking a loser.
Oh, whatever.
Okay, I don't know. I don't even know who's in the draft. I don't know any of it.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna be honest.
Really follow it, so I'll just glance at it, pick it where. But what's going on with you though?
Man, just trying to pay rent. You feel me? Just trying to pay rent, man.
Speaking of paying rent, I'm such a late bloomer, bro. Like, I got my very first apartment.
Well, amen.
And I'm almost 40. Like, I swear, with everything that people say you're supposed to do at certain ages, I am like 10 years late.
Nah, forget that, because you have been married. You do have kids.
Right.
Them are big things that some people never get to.
That's true.
You've done them.
That's true.
So I wouldn't say. But congrats.
Thank you, brother.
What's up?
Thank you, brother.
I remember my first apartment. My very first one. It was in Maryland.
Wow.
I had moved across the country for work, and I got an apartment over there. Let me tell you how much it was. This was 2005.
Right.
When I moved over there.
Okay.
A 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom with washer and dryer. $975.
Get the hell out of here.
I'm dead ass.
Is it 2000 and what?
5.
Oh damn.
Man.
Get the hell out of here.
But
well, that's Maryland though.
It was cross country. Yeah. But tell you what,
$975 for a 2-bedroom.
$975 for the 2.
Let me find out.
I'm telling you.
I
think we on 1700. This is the one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mine's 15 on its own.
But that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm moving on the 10th. I can't wait. Your boy is moving up in the world.
There we go.
I'm super happy about it.
Super happy about it.
Yep.
That is what's up. Well, let's see what has happened. A few things have happened.
A few things have gone on,
and we didn't have a episode last week.
Right. So we gonna catch up though.
Yeah.
We apologize. Yeah, you've been following the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial.
Oh my gosh! Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all all something. I'm a hypocrite in this sense. I hate how we be in celebrities' business. I'd be like, yo, let them people live. They are just regular people going through some shit.
Right.
Like other people go through divorce,
right.
And we don't be in their business. Let them live. I genuinely feel like that. I mean, across the board on a lot of things. But I ain't gonna lie, I am here for their divorce case. I'm here for the
Is it a divorce case? Or
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're getting divorced.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm here for the shenanigans because Amber Heard is your typical... I don't want to say typical, but Amber Heard is one of them women that lies on the dude she's with. For what reason, I couldn't tell you. But dragged this man, had the media drag this man, had this man lose
He lost jobs, money.
All kind of things.
That's a shame.
And lose a piece of a finger. All kind of things. And, boy, they in court, and she got to court, and apparently she didn't know. She didn't know that Johnny Depp had all the tapes.
Oh, yeah. He got
I don't know if he had his phone in his pocket. I don't know if it was a handheld. I don't know if the room was bugged, but they were greatly mic'd. And that heifer there...
You said this nigga was mic'd up?
Mic'd up. And that heifer was talking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she was giving all the juices.
Oh, man.
She said to this man... What you gonna tell the world that you're an abused man? Who's gonna believe you? You think the jury's gonna believe you or me?
Oh,
I said, woo. And Johnny's a great man. Man.
Yo, I seen them some few clips of him just being him in that courtroom.
Oh,
bro.
He was great. His rebuttals were awesome. And I keep wanting to call him Amber Heard. Your lawyers are from the Wish app. You can't fool me. You cannot fool me.
That's funny.
One of her lawyers asked a question and then objected to himself. He asked a question, dude started answering. He said, "Objection, hearsay," and the judge said, "You asked the question." And he was like, "Well, okay." I mean, they was trash. Oh. They had an 8-minute conversation about some muffins that somebody had brought to a meeting.
Oh, this is general shock for me because I didn't watch no parts of the trial.
Nothing. So again, Johnny Depp has been accused of being, abusive husband and all of these things, and that's been put on his reputation. But now it's coming out she was whooping his ass. Yeah. And if you look, I saw a slideshow. Johnny Depp over the years has been on many a red carpet with some black eyes and some nuggets.
Dang.
I mean, he been getting his ass whooped, and don't nobody want to ever care. You know, he lost a job the same time when this all came out. I think 2015, and he lost out on a job because of all this. But she kept the Aquaman job, and it was like, yo. Now apparently they're trying to get her canceled from Aquaman too. Yeah,
that's what I heard. Because I mean, when the truth comes out. You know, I mean, what's done in the dark always comes to the light. You know what I'm saying? Man. So, I don't know women personally who are like that, but I know there's women out there who are definitely like that, and it's like the society is so messed up. Like men, we are really treated like second-class citizens. Like seriously. Like we are supposed to be tough all the time. We can't cry. You know, when a man says everything's gay. When a man like you can't even eat a hot dog without somebody telling you that you're gay. That's stupid.
Costco hot dogs are great.
I'm saying they're the truth. I'm saying I will eat a damn hot dog. Like
I don't call it a glizzy.
I don't either. But I'm just saying like. Everyone like automatically just thought Johnny Depp was the abuser when in all actuality he was the one getting abused, and because it was coming from a female, like it's just it's unheard of. Like why you let a female beat you? Like you don't know how he is at home. Like he might come from a home where he's seen abuse and would never hit a woman a day in his life, no matter what.
And my thing, I loved his. We touched on this. I loved his rebuttals. A lawyer would ask a question or something. Well, first of all, the lawyers were asking questions, wouldn't let him answer.
Right.
And I don't even know how the judge let that happen. I'm like, yo, ain't there? What are we here for if they're not gonna let me answer?
Right.
But I remember one particular the dude was like, and you were drinking, and he's like, yes, I did have a drink, and he was like, and you were really drunk, and he said, were you there? He's like, don't do that.
Right.
He's like, you had a mega pint. What is a mega?
What is a mega pint?
A pint is a size.
This is the same Wish lawyer.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, she had like 3 of them, so they all came in different cargo packages.
This is a case of 2 rich people saying my legal team is better than yours, and in this case, Johnny Depp got the damn all-star team.
Well, the problem, Johnny Depp didn't even need an all-star.
He doesn't really.
Simply because Amber's story is caving in on itself.
Right.
She's on tape talking shit.
Right.
So
yeah.
Now you busted on yourself.
But see, this is gonna make all dudes around the world go start recording they shit. You know what I'm saying? Because how many times have you looked at your homeboy and just looked at him and he got bumps and black eyes and he got a girl at home. He ain't no punk. So I'm just saying, like, if you look at him like, I wonder if he gets beat, and you look at his girl, and his girl might be like loud or like abrasive or like kind of hard around the edges, and you think like, I wonder if she's beating him up at home.
I ain't never had that because I don't know any dudes that I can just look at and be like, yeah, you beat him. But I do know women who do that,
right,
and are actually very open about it. And I don't like it.
I want to ask one of those women, like, why? Like, I really want to understand where your thought process is, to where,
depending on. I've asked many a time.
Have you?
And I'll be like, what is your? Because my thing, I always have this keep your hands to yourself attitude.
Right.
Especially, okay, because dudes, should is a strong word. We should know better, but for the most part, a lot of dudes that I know, they don't take that route.
Right.
But I always say, women, stop hitting guys.
Right.
Stop initiating fights.
Right.
Stop antagonizing to try to get him to do something, because in your mind he won't, because that's what men aren't supposed to.
Right.
Y'all gotta stop that. Somebody gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, you gonna get the wrong one.
The wrong one.
I'm telling you.
Because not all men think that way.
That's what I'm saying. Now, me personally, I would never hit a woman. Never, ever. But and then on the caveat to that, I would never be with a woman who was like that. Who actually, if the potential is there for her to want to abuse me like that, I wouldn't even be with her in the first place, because it's gonna be an instance of, I'm either gonna have to take this or just leave, or I'm gonna have to come across this girl's head, and I don't want to do that. But if self-defense is a mug, you know what I'm saying? It depends. If she's trying to kill me, oh, it's either me or you. Real talk. If she's trying to end my life, it's either me or you. Yeah. But, some men are stronger when dealing with that type of stuff. Johnny Depp, obviously, ain't one of them. You know what I'm saying? But
I would even. He ain't, or he is.
He's strong for putting up with that abuse.
He's dealing with it as far as.
He's dealing with. I'm just saying, like.
And he ain't hit her back.
Yeah, he ain't hit her back. That's what I'm saying. If she hit him, he didn't hit her back.
Nah,
not at all.
At least not in any of the recordings where it's recorded.
Right.
There's stories that say, "Oh yeah, I went to the hospital," but all the doctors, everybody they called was like, "Ain't nobody seen nothing on that girl." Yeah. So her story falling apart. I'll say this. I always used to say I would never ever hit a girl, which but there are 2 instances where I could see. 3 actually. Where I could see somebody catching 1 or 2. Number 1. Actually, no particular order. My sister. If she gets in a fight and she's winning, cool. If she gets in a fight and she loses, cool. I don't give a fuck about that. You win some, you lose some. Now, because my sister, and I only got 1 of them, if she gets in a fight, she's lost. We're like, okay, she out. And then a stomp out starts to happen, or some bullshit. Yeah. I promise you, if I'm there, I will find the nearest garbage can and bust that bitch in the head. I promise.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
That's number 1.
Same
number
with
2, my mama. It's the same. Yeah. But I won't. Okay, that's okay. Let me retract on the mama one. First of all, if my mom's around me, she's not fighting if I can help it.
Right.
If it's a woman, I'm going to try to stop it, but I'm not going to fight the woman. But that I'm getting in between. And if I have to, women going to get a bear hug. My mama? No, ma'am.
Yeah.
And then if she get a hand on my mama, well, then I got to snatch somebody's ball. And then the last one, which this one has, if my kids. No, I'm gonna let my girl handle that one.
No, my kids.
Well, if it's a woman though,
I don't care, bro. Well, I don't care. Anybody, whatever gender you are, you're still heartless. If you coming out to my kids, it's either me or you.
So what I'm nervous about though is whatever the situation is. Yes, because with the kids, I can see myself snapping. The problem is, I can see her snapping too, my woman. And if it's a woman who's doing it, I would much rather the woman snap.
Right.
Because if I snap, okay, yes, it's defending my kids, but it is also a man grabbing a woman up. And I get it. Mm-hmm. But if I can avoid that and it still happen, I let my woman have that.
Here's the thing. Men and women both sex traffic. And
true.
No matter what gender is trying to grab one of mine, their life will end right then and there. True. I don't care. We'll fight. Well, actually, call me a woman beater if you want to. But if it's me, if it's my life or my kids' life or any one of my family members' life, who I hold near and dear to my heart, it's either them or you, and it ain't gonna be them.
You know what? You were thinking about this in a different way. I wasn't, and you know what? When you say it like that, okay, yes, you talking about grabbing. Let me be at the mall or something, and some random bitch. Scoops up my kid. Oh
no, she's her life.
That mall coming down.
It don't. You know what's crazy? In this world today, it don't even have to be my kid. If I'm in the vicinity and I see someone else's kid get snatched up by either gender,
but I need to know that the kid was snatched.
It has to be obvious.
Be looking like they parents.
It has to be obvious. It has to be obvious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But any other instance, like if it's like a domestic violence situation where if I'm like in the house and my girl's trying to like be violent with me, I would just leave. Like I've been in that situation before. I would just leave. There's no reason for me to stay here. I would just leave. Come back later. We'll deal with it then.
I don't come back.
If it's my house, I'm coming back. With cops.
Well, yeah, it wasn't.
With cops.
Like, no.
Cops.
Yeah, right. Well, yes, I was with somebody who I found that she likes to swing, and I made it clear after the first time. I said, "Well, ma'am," and this I said this verbatim. I said, "Listen, that is what I don't do because I'm going to react at some point."
Right.
I said, and I'm going to lose in any reaction I do. If I hit you back, you're gonna cry. You're gonna call the police. You're going to call your cousins. Right. If I don't, I just get beat up. Not a thing in my life. So I'm just going to go. Now, that was the first time came back. The second time she's welcomed me, that was when I was like, oh, you thought it was a joke. Bitch, I did that a lot because, I get angry, so I would start, but then I would remember who the fuck you are, and where the fuck you at.
Right.
So I would do shit like that. I'm like, bitch, you know what? It's all you. You got it. I left a lot of stuff when I finally left.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. So, but that's the thing. When you talk about abuse in a relationship,
right?
A lot of times, people will stay in it for whatever reasons. Me, I'm not that. Now, I'm not, what's the girl in What's Love Got to Do With? She's like, oh, I ain't Tina. You only got to hit me one time. Okay, technically, I'm a two-timer because I let her slide with the one. With the one. But, yeah, I'm not really, keep y'all hand to yourselves, man.
Either both sides, men and women, keep your hands off of each other. There's no cause for domestic violence of any kind, physical or otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do that shit.
Yeah, man. And when people,
it's sad.
So I got neighbors, and these niggas crazy. If you were watching Say It Live this last week, I let you guys know what happened because it happened right before we got on. These niggas upstairs running around.
Hold on, what did you say to her?
Oh, he said that she was hideous and she looked like an early 90s video game character. And she said he was dog ass ugly. But these niggas got a kid together.
That took me
So their daughter probably fugly as shit if they both mean what they say. But
that took me all the way out.
Let me tell you something. I was sitting over at my counter and I seen this black flash on my peripherals. I looked and it was the dude, and he was running through the yard here, screaming, "You missed me, bitch! You missed me! You missed me, bitch!" This nigga ain't had no shoes on either. There's dog shit everywhere. He didn't care.
You missed me, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know what she missed the with, but she missed. He circled back around. Now they up in the front. She going Manny Pacquiao swinging on him, right? And he over here with the Floyd Mayweather defense, you know, ooh. And then he goes, and then he goes and bear hugs her, grabs her, because he's like, He's like, oh, bitch. He's holding her like this. He's like, She's like, fuck you, Then he said, bop. She folded like a motherfucking binder.
Oh.
But a hot 3 seconds later, she popped up like the Energizer Bunny. Was like, what's up, nigga? You hit like a bitch. I was like, these niggas crazy.
Damn.
So then in the midst of all that, that's what she's like, that's why you dog ass ugly and you gay. You like niggas. You gay. And he was like, bitch, you're hideous. You look like an early 90s video game character, you ugly bitch. And I was like, y'all got a kid. What are y'all doing? Then the police finally came. Like they normally do. Then it got to the blame game. Oh, and she took, I don't know if it was a bottle or what. She took something glass and smashed it in the middle of the parking lot like nobody else drives here.
Oh, damn.
That's when I almost went out. I don't care about you arguing. I don't care about you hitting each other because that's y'all business and what y'all seem to be into. Bitch, I drive over here. You pop my tire.
She got some consequences and repercussions.
Go for real. But anyway, yeah. People, and that's such a toxic relationship. But when I tell y'all this shit happens all the time, the cops be here.
Dang.
For them.
Dang. Just what makes you stay in something like that?
I don't know. But my guess is that shit excites them or something. I don't know.
I don't get it.
What Martin say in Bad Boys, he was like, you know, I like bullets damn near grazing my ass. Gives me a rush. You know, maybe that's how they feel. I guess. But niggas crazy. It was too much for me.
Oh, dang.
I don't want to do all that fighting. I don't want to do all that
That's
yelling.
a shame. Just love each other.
I'm saying.
You know, if you all together just love each other, there shouldn't be a reason y'all are beating up on each other in the first place.
And they're on the top floor. You know how long it got to take to run down the stairs and not fall with no shoes on? Where was this nigga's
crazy. He's stupid.
Anyway.
He's stupid.
Let's talk about Michael Tyson.
Yeah. That shit was so crazy, bro. I was laughing my whole ass off, bro. Because he was sitting there. Look, if y'all don't know, Mike Tyson was pretty much harassed on the airplane.
Not pretty much. That's fully what it was.
Basically. And you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. And the white boy that did it pretty much got the paws put on him by Iron Mike Tyson. Now, they showed the before. He was obviously drunk. Going all up in Mike's ear like a mosquito, just bothering the mess out of it. Then it cut to the next shot, and you see Mike standing up in the seat over him, doing a couple of these. Because
the first thing is, dude asked for a selfie, and Mike took selfies with the people. He was like, sure. So Mike was cordial and doing his celebrity thing. Then after that, because the camera cut 3 times before it showed him getting beat up.
Right.
So there was 3 separate occasions where the dude was doing something over Mike, behind Mike on the seat, doing all of this stuff. And Mike was like, you could see him kind of moving. It's like, you know that, bro. Mind your business. Relax. Chill. Right. And actually, I think that was in transcript. He actually turned around and told him, he was like, yo, you need to chill. Yeah. Chill out.
Right.
Dude kept going. Now, we will never get the full story because the camera did not get all of it.
Yeah.
But
if there was ever a time to be a fly on the wall, it'd be that time.
I'm gonna tell you, that dude who holds the camera, he wasn't shit. First of all,
he ain't shit at all.
He was like, they should have never gave you niggas money. Which, who was he talking to? And I hope he was black.
I hope he was black.
But who was he talking? Because Mike was the only nigga with money.
Oh, I guess he was talking about his homeboy because he was acting a donkey. He kind of could have been it, but
Yeah, but while he was getting beat up, the camera guy was like, "Hey, Mike, come on, stop, don't do that, Mike." Which would have been me. I'm not getting in the middle of the shit.
Yeah,
Mike,
Mike, come on. Oh no, please stop, Mike. Don't do
that.
Forehead. Look, Iron Mike Tyson is still Iron Mike Tyson, no matter how old he is. As a matter of fact, he at the age where he got old black man strength. And I
think he has old black man strength mixed with Mike Tyson's strength.
Yeah. It's still in there. Yeah. Like, that's still Mike Tyson. Even when, like, I heard Kev on stage say this, he said, even when Mike Tyson talks high pitched, he's still intimidating.
Oh man.
He's probably one of, if not the most intimidating man on this planet. At any age.
Again, he has the rep to back it up. When you see him, you have flashes of all the crazy. Mm-hmm. But Tony Baker did the best video when they showed Mike doing a jab, showing somebody stuff. He said, "I would rather go bare knuckles with a lawnmower before I fight Mike Tyson." He said, "Mike Tyson can slap my mom in the face right in front of me, and I'll just sit there eating my chips." Hey. He said he remains to be one of the scariest human beings on the planet.
Damon Wayans said a joke about Mike Tyson. I'm gonna say it on the After Dark episode because it's raunchy, but same sentiment. Like he could pretty much like the hardest nigga wouldn't fuck with Mike Tyson. I'm sorry.
There's too much to Mike Tyson for anybody to want to fuck with him or should want to.
Here's what it is too. People would do anything to go viral. Anything. This is an example of someone doing something crazy just to go viral. He got his wish, but I mean, at what cost?
Ain't nobody gonna follow you.
No, ain't nobody gonna. He probably gonna get followed. He'll get views.
You gonna be the guy who got beat up by Mike Tyson?
Doesn't matter what he do the rest of his life. He will forever be known as the nigga that got beat up by Mike Tyson on the airplane.
And again, if y'all seen the video. Where this nigga was bleeding from, I don't even know how you get cut there with a hand. Oh. Your forehead ain't got no ridges, but he was bleeding out the top of that. I figure if your eyes, your nose, your mouth, forehead.
And Tyson, if you saw Tyson, he was digging, like them short, choppy hooks. He was digging.
It's funny, my dad was like, he should have just gave him a noogie or something. And I was like, no, Dad, he was trying to. He just couldn't find the spot. He was just looking for the right spot. Or as Charlamagne the God said, he was just trying to get him some sleep.
Yeah.
He said he was tired.
Right.
Mike was trying to put him to sleep.
You don't fuck with a black man in his sleep. An old black man in his sleep. That's what you don't do. That's what you don't
Mike
do.
Tyson, I don't understand what your thought process is.
Like he was drunk. He had to be drunk. Because not even weed. Only alcohol would make you look at Mike Tyson and be like, I'm gonna fuck with him.
That's
Watch.
ridiculous.
Only alcohol will do that. And he was drunk off his Runyon.
I'm gonna tell you this too. Not only is Mike just an intimidating figure, but that tattoo.
Oh, on his face? Oh yeah.
I think, and now we're used to it. But when he first got it, I was like, "Yo, he's even scarier, man!" Like that shit was crazy when he first got it. But now I'm just like, "That's Mike's face."
Yeah, no, just leave that man alone.
Yeah.
Like, he even said in what interview was that with on his podcast, the Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson podcast. He said it himself, like, I'm scared of that guy. Like,
oh yeah.
I don't want to go back. I'm scared of that guy. Like, Mike Tyson is scared of Mike Tyson. Like, what makes you think what he gonna do to you?
Yeah.
Like, for real. Leave that man all the way alone.
And speaking of his crazy, I want some of them ear bites. You know, the edibles. I want some. I want some just to say I had some, and I want to get 2 bags, one to eat and one to keep as a souvenir. Novelty bag.
Yeah,
actually, that's why I bought Charlamagne the God Donkey of the Day cookies a couple years ago. They weren't his official; it was just somebody who made them. But I was like, oh, cool, novelty. I got them. They look cool. I was like, I'm gonna eat one. They were trash. I was like, yes, these are just supposed to be a novelty. God.
These cookies deserve Donkey of the Day.
That's
probably why they made them trash, because you're going to eat them and be like, yeah, this Donkey of the Day.
Disgusting. But yeah, I want me some Mike Tyson ear bites, or Mike Tyson, I don't know what they're called. There was Evander Holyfield's ear.
Yeah.
You know, he had to change the name of that in some country because it was like there's a law against body part foods.
Really?
Yeah, so he had to change the name because I think it's called something with ear, and it was like, nope, illegal.
Oh.
So he had to change it. But
that's crazy.
Okay, so there was a video. I'd be on TikTok and I'd be downloading videos, and so here's one that I think posed an interesting thing, at least for the blacks. Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me find it. Dang, I'm cute. Okay. Sorry, I saw videos of me. All right, listen to this.
How is it that everybody who got whoopings growing up, like, we still love our parents, but people who didn't get whippings, like, they hate their parents? Say, for instance, my mama hit me in the head with a cast iron skillet. I was tripping. I love her. Meanwhile, one of my homegirls is like, you want man Candace at it again. I said, who is Candace? And she said, my mom. I said, you know your mama's first name? How did you do that? I didn't know my parents got first name. I'm a 30-something-year-old man. I don't know what my mom is. I don't. Even when I put the emergency contact, it says Mama Flynn. What's the relation? I said that already. I know my dad's first name only because my brother is like a junior, but that's it. Like, I don't. Why would I need to know that? Do you want me to die? Yes, they killed. Like, my mama told me she killed me. Like, I'm not finna. I didn't.
So I watched that and it brought up an interesting, you know, I talked with my dad today during the podcast.
Right.
And, you know, I was like, I don't think I ever, even in, you know, when your parents make you upset and you have your imagination of things you do. And yes, I've karate kicked in the air at my parents. I've had these thoughts. But one thing I never even thought about was referring to them by their first name. Mm-hmm. I don't.
Never. Not one time.
I mean, not even as a joke. I just don't think I've ever done that.
I know my mama's first name.
Yeah,
I would never call her by mom.
It.
I would never call my mama by her first. Even in joking, I would never. It's always mama. Yeah. I can't bring myself to call her unless I'm like asking for her, like at her job or something. That would be like the only instance. Yeah. But other than outside of that, oh no, I can't. Because if I call my mama by her first name, she automatically assume that I'm tripping.
Well, I've never, talking to my mom, called her first name. Yeah. I might have, but I am the kind of joker. So if I ever did, you know, it was one of those, you tripping, girl. You know, chasing around them time when I was young.
Right.
But being a musician and having done a lot of shows and my mom coming through over the years, I have referred to her by her first name in introducing her to prominent people.
Right.
So there's that. But yes, just as a Rochelle, Shelly, no. David, Sonny, no. Mom and dad.
Mom and dad. Forever.
Not a thing.
Forever. Like, my pops died a couple years ago, and I never ever called him by his first name. Never, ever. It's always dad or pops.
Yeah. Actually, it's weird because I call my dad Pop too.
Yeah. I
call him Pop with just P-O-P.
P. Oh,
I found that is the people call it different things. Somebody used to say call my dad Pops, and that is the first time I had ever heard him. You know, like, he's dad. We don't say Pops.
Yeah, no.
As I'm older, I say Pop. But yeah.
No, when I watched that video, the Menendez brothers came to mind because they killed both their parents, and they came from money. Like, they wasn't poor or nothing. So, like, my question is, like, if, like, assuming that their parents didn't beat them, because we don't know 100% what happened in the household, but I'm saying that their parents loved them like regular parents should and loved their kids and didn't beat them. Why did they feel the need to kill them?
I think
because they look like they didn't get whoopings at all.
No, they definitely didn't look like they got whoopings at all. I remember that case and the movie. Did you watch them?
Yeah, they did. Yep.
So from the movie, now again, it's a movie, so who knows what was real in that for real. But from what I gathered, no, they were never beat. They were spoiled little brats, but also parents weren't active parents.
Right.
They were kind of the definition of let the money raise them.
Right.
But also they put that structure like, okay, you're gonna do this and you're gonna win. That's why the swimming. I think one of them wanted to do soccer, but he did swimming and soccer, and her dad was like, no, focus on swimming, soccer, you're done. You know,
right.
So I think in those aspects, you have these kids that don't feel like they have parents and they just are entitled. And no way justifying them and what they're doing, but
right.
they don't know anything else.
Right.
So their problems to them are real problems.
Right. Right.
And then how they choose to handle it, with some different shit. Now again, I think if you get punched in the face every now and then, it changes your outlook on how.
Yeah. Like, okay, so this reminds me of the cult. So growing up, when I was younger, and we used to live in Kent with my mom in Benson Village. One of my white friends, I had went over to his house when black folks got that one rule: you can go play outside, but don't go to nobody's house. But this day, he was like, "Yo, I got Sega CD. Come through to the house and we can play for a little bit." And I'm like, "All right, fuck it." So I went over to his house, right? And his mom was there, and his mom was like, typical housewife. She made snacks for us and everything. Like, his room was like just disgustingly everything you would want at that age as a kid. Okay. Like, he had the Sega CD, but he had like Mortal Kombat posters. He had games, and, like all the state of the art stuff, and like his room was hooked up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing that. I'm thinking I'm in Chuck E. Cheese or something. Like, I'm in heaven. Like, I'm never leaving this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I was there, and he was talking to his mama, all kind of crazy, like just like, hurry up with the snacks, mom. Like, I told you I didn't want Ritz crackers. He like threw the crackers at her and stuff.
First of all, yell at my house.
Nigga.
I dare you.
But look, his mama didn't do nothing at all. I'm like, he's doing that. I'm thinking I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm like, what's a snap? I mean, his mom was like, okay, dear, and she went and got the great crackers. I'm like, really? This is happening?
I'm telling you.
Dude, I felt so uncomfortable. I left. I went back home and told on myself, like, Mom, I shouldn't have done it, but I did. And it was
how the other half lives.
Look, it was almost like a horror movie to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, cause you live. Look, let's keep it all the way funky.
Keep it up.
All right, you grow up in a black household. You a kid. You gonna fuck up. You gonna get a whooping.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a whooping. Now, I seen this kid talk to his mom like that. The same way I've seen one of my black friends talk to his mom like that, and he got the whooping of his life. He didn't get jack. So it's almost out of place. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not natural for you not to get the whooping in this here instance. So I'm scared. Like, why am I here? Like, I need to go. I went home, and I told on myself. Yeah. I told my mom, I went to such and such house. I know I wasn't supposed to. You're probably going to give me a whooping. And she did. Like, you're probably going to give me a whooping. Yeah. It's still you're probably going to give me a whooping for this. But I went to his house, and I told her what happened. I had that conversation after the whooping, so like she told me, she was like, why'd you go to that dude's house when I told you not to go to nobody's house? And I told her what happened, and she started laughing herself. I was like,
why was you allowed to go to people's houses?
Back in the 90s, you couldn't go to no stranger's house. Why would you?
Okay, I don't know what you mean by stranger. I went to my friend's house in the 90s.
But my mom didn't. My mom ain't met his parents.
Oh, well, see, my mom knew anybody I knew.
No,
I mean, that's how we
I have friends growing up. My mama didn't even know their parents. But
I ain't have no friends like that.
Right. No, I did. I did. It was mostly like growing up in Benson Village apartments in Kent, like all my friends, my mama, I only seen like a handful of them. But she never met their parents because she was always at work. Yeah. So when we was outside, back when you can go outside and play all day, you know what I'm saying? She was at home, asleep. You know what I'm saying?
I feel.
So, and she didn't see us until like 7 o'clock.
Well, you know what? We always had, because we brought friends to our house a lot. So a lot of the times we used to have open door. My house was kind of the kick it spot a lot of times. Mm-hmm. Actually, it got the kick it spot when I got older, but younger, young living in apartments and renting, it was apartment living and there were kids. Yeah. So you just went out and played. Maybe the parents didn't know all the kids, but I'll tell you this, my mama, if you watching, you remember, my mom went out there a couple times trying to beat up some kids. trying to defend our honor.
Yo, I grew up with the luxury of having cousins in the same apartment complex. Like we lived here. My grandma lived right in the same building on the other side. My auntie lived kitty corner in another apartment over here with my cousin Claudia, and then our other cousins who later moved to San Diego lived like down like a couple apartments away from us. So we were surrounded by family. Mm-hmm. So we had people who had our back, you know what I'm saying, who can look out for us, and everybody knew everybody. That was back when like, we have family, but there's other people that like, okay, that's Chantel mama, or that's Marty, that's Marty, and that's Ryan.
I didn't have none of them people. Like the kids I knew growing up. I mean, okay, there was apartment living, but after that,
right,
and the house in the Central where I really grew up,
right,
there were the neighborhood kids. Now, this is when the Central was the Central.
Right.
So it wasn't the safest place, but my block was also my block.
Right.
It was never scary for us kids within our, like, a 4-block radius. This was home.
Right.
Yes, there were gunshots, but, whatever. But we were fine. But the kids that really came around that I hung out with would be from school.
Right.
And so the fact that in them early years in the Central, I was bussed out of the district I was in.
Right.
So a lot of the kids I met didn't live anywhere around, so mom would meet them at parents' nights and the kids and all that. And so those are the kids I would hang out with.
Right.
So we knew everybody. So that's why I was like, you couldn't go. I went to everybody's house. Yeah. That's just the circle I was in.
That was the one rule my mama gave us. It was like, don't go into nobody's house without asking. And she has to know the parents.
Which makes sense. Yeah, which makes sense.
My mama didn't play about that shit even then. You know what I'm saying? Now you really can't do it now. And it's sad because, like, I look at my kids and I'll be like, I wish y'all could just go outside and play. But that can't even happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm just thinking about, being little and how much... I don't know. I'm sorry. My mind's kind of all over the place. I'm thinking about the 90s. Fun times. I think going out and playing, it's different now. There's a lot of weirdos, and I don't know if there's necessarily any more weirdos than there was, but I think we're more, what's the word? Paying more attention. So it does suck that you don't really see kids outside.
Yeah.
But I also get it. So, I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
That's why I just want I want a lot of land. Little kids. Run. Be free.
Right. I always had this dream of having, like, a cul-de-sac of, like, 5 houses and, like, all my family having a house for each of us. Like, that's always been, like, a dream of mine.
So, I've had somewhat of a dream like that. So, I want to create... gated community. It's on all nice houses, and I want that to be a Dudley property. I want to own it all, but I want my family to all, and it'll be like, look, y'all, no, you don't gotta pay rent.
Yeah.
What you gotta do is keep the house up.
Yeah.
We want to build that. I want to build generational wealth in my family, not just my immediate. I want my whole family to come up.
Yeah.
So I got that, but cul-de-sac's too close. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if my family would want to do this because I want. I sound like a slave owner. The big house.
Oh, so
that was mine.
So you want a compound?
Yeah, a compound.
Yeah.
And then I want, and I'm not saying small huts,
right?
But houses, nice size, but smaller. Because listen, I bought this. I want the big one. But all of that shit, even a little community center where there's like a movie theater. You know what I'm saying? That's dreams I have anyway.
Right.
Yeah. How did we get there? 90s, kids running around, can't play outside.
Yeah. All that. And talking about whoopings and
whoopings. Yes, I believe whoopings are necessary, but I also believe that people are different and they learn differently.
That's true.
Not every kid that got a whooping, and I say we as in kids who got whooped, we did not, I repeat, not need or deserve more than half of the whoopings we probably got.
That's right.
So yeah, that could have been considered abuse.
There's a fine line between whoopings and
there's a fine line. But again, when you get a bunch of whoopings for like that wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Just parents don't be knowing how to handle shit. And again, that's how I was raised, and that's how stuff passed down.
Right.
But people are different. Mm-hmm. So with that, everybody don't need a whooping to learn.
I mean, getting a whooping when you're a kid, as far as killing your parents, it may come in your mind. You'd be like, oh, I hate her. Why is she always whooping me? But you'll never do the shit.
It depends on
how. Because you still love your mama. Because your mama going to take you in that room. She going to wipe your face. And she going to be, look, I love you. And I didn't want to do that. But you keep fucking up. And every time you fuck up, I'm going to be on your ass. And that's why us getting whoopings, we love our parents even more. Because they actually loved us enough to correct us.
Yes.
These little peanut head boys out here and girls out here now, they out here running wild and acting a donkey because they don't get whoopings. Like I see them at Walmart and Target.
I see them.
Them little badass kids tearing up the toy section.
I ran one over with my cart. Hey, listen, I didn't see her coming. They were racing and she hit that corner too tight. Bitch had to fall, but. And she like the girl outside, she bounced right up and said sorry, and then took off running. But
with a cart,
I did. Like, girl, if you break my eggs, okay. But yeah. So kids be bad. I'm not saying that kids be needing whoopings, but I say this again. Like my little brother Josh, he did get whoopings, but he ain't get whoopings like we got whoopings. My mom used a wooden spoon, which to a little kid, yes, that hurts. So I'm not diminishing the couple whoopings that he got.
Right.
But he didn't need that. His personality, he was like, you tell me I fucked up, that almost hurt my feelings. So I don't even want to do the shit. Like, I'm good. He's one of them. You ain't got to strike him for him to be like, oh, I shouldn't do that. So that, and really seeing that firsthand really made me lean off of, yo, beat them. Beat them when they mess up. Beat them. Okay, I should clarify because of the internet. If they mess up, get a whooping so they learn. That was I thought that way. Now I still believe sometimes you need a whooping, but that can't be the first. For me,
yeah,
that's not the first.
No, it can't be the first go to off of one little thing. Accidents happen, things happen. It's just it's the obvious.
And they're kids.
Yeah, and they're kids. But it's just the obvious. I told you not to do that, and you went and did it anyway.
Yes.
Now, if you hurt yourself in the process, I don't need to whoop you because you already found out. Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
But if you did something, like if I told you, like, okay, prime example, I never whooped my daughter, my oldest daughter. Never whooped her until I finished paying off my TV from Rent a Center, and the day after she wanted to watch Barney, and I called her a few times. I said, "Don't touch the TV," because she likes to play with Barney and she likes to wants to be a part of the action. So, and my TV was kind of low at the time. This would made me get a higher whatever. So I had a flat screen, and I just finished paying off, and she would like tap on the TV with her little hands, like tap on the TV, and I went to work, and I came home. And my TV's broken. And I asked her mama, I said, what happened? She said she was tapping on the TV again and it fell. Did it fall on her? And she's like, no, it didn't fall on her. She's fine. The TV is broke. It was broken. It's unsalvageable. And I just finished paying off. That was the first time I gave my daughter a whooping. It was well deserved. I told her not to, and she did it anyway. Whooping. I didn't full on whoop her with a belt or anything like that. I just put her over on knee, gave her little taps. You know what I'm saying? Hard enough to get my point across. And that was it.
And I think one of the big things that I think parents should do if whoopings is a part of your parenting is to explain. Don't, because a lot of parents will just, something will happen, and a lot of times whoopings will come out. A lot of times will come out of the parents being scared, like their heart was beating.
Right.
I told you not to do something dangerous. You did it. Something might have happened. You're my child. I'm scared. Whoo! you're fine. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
You know, I get that rush of adrenaline under that, but when whooping a kid, I think it's important to let them know. I mean, lay it out. Even if you've told them a bunch of times and they should get it. Some kids are dumb.
Yeah.
Okay? So, if whooping is finna happen, you be like, hey, I'm finna tear your ass up, and this is why. Mm-hmm. And first, I think not only the kid may still not get it, but at least you did that part. And that gives you a chance to calm down. I think a lot of times parents will go into whoopings again with that adrenaline. Mm-hmm. That's a child. Yeah. You might actually kill that child. Right. You hit them too hard because you're just so. Take your second. Right. Calm. Yeah. Handle it. Yeah. But
I have a rule: never whoop my kids when I'm angry. Yeah. That's a rule of thumb with me. Like, if I end up whooping them and I'm angry, it'll be a lot harder than what I want it to be. And there's no learning in the whooping. It's just abuse then.
Yeah. You fighting the kid and your kid. Right. And then, now I don't have kids, but I can only imagine somebody who went too far with their kid. Mm-hmm. Didn't die, but they just, they know they went too far. That's got to be something that weighs on you as a parent. Yeah. Now looking at your child like, I love this child. And they might be looking at me crazy because I put them on the brink of death for Skittles. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So breathe it out. Yeah. But I say all that to say, don't get it twisted. Some kids need whoopings. Yeah. So
some kids do need whoopings, and you know who you
some
are.
Adults need whoopings.
Some adults need their ass whooped.
I'm telling you. When I tell my sister all the time, she always, we getting older, so she getting a little better. But all the yap out in public, and she doing all this talking, bucking up to people. She ain't never been in a fight. That's a problem. Well, she been in one, but she blacked out, so I don't count it. I need you to be present. I said, go ahead, keep talking your shit. Get punched in the face one good time. I bet you'll cool that shit off. I'm just saying. I don't want it to happen. I already told you the circumstances in which I'd fight a girl. Yeah. But if she loses, hey, pick your ass up. Get in this car. Right. Oh boy. Okay. We got anything else?
Well, before we end this episode, I want to say this. I think black women need to get a lot more credit than what they have been giving for their contributions to not just black culture, but American culture in general. Okay. I put a post the other day about black women. I just put 8 of my favorite black writers and producers, i.e. Issa Rae, Shonda Rhimes, Robin Thede.
I was about to say Robin Thicke. I was like
Robin Thede. She's the one of the creators of a Black Lady sketch show. Mm-hmm. One of the funniest sketch shows I've ever seen.
Pieces of it.
As one of the funniest sketch shows I've ever seen since Chappelle, bro. To me, it's top 5.
I haven't watched the whole thing enough to give it a ranking like that.
Bro, it's on HBO Max right now.
I know what. I see the clip. Tony, have you seen the part with Tony Baker's on there?
Yes.
Now
that's funny.
Cracked me up.
That's hilarious.
Tony Baker is one of the funniest comedians.
I'll say that too.
He's in my top 5 now. Right now, Tony Baker top 5.
He had me rolling. I seen his set when he was talking about the DMV. I was in stitches. That nigga's so fucking funny, bro.
I seen him, a couple years ago when Kev on stage, Tahir and Tony and Doughboy were on. So they came and I went to the show. Yo, Tony is amazing. This man literally did a joke for 3 minutes with his back to the audience, standing against the wall, and he played this joke out. And when I tell you, I laughed the entire time. I was like, "That's genius," because that man is not facing it. That man has his ass to us, and I'm cracking
crazy. He's so fucking funny, but that damn Black Lady sketch show is so funny. Oh my god! And it's black women in the cast, black women behind the scenes. It's amazing. If you watch all it's 3 seasons up now. I think they picked up for a 4th, but the shit they come up with, Robin Thede is a genius to me. I'm sorry, look, if you're seeing this, Robin Thede, you are a genius to me. You're a comedic genius. The stuff you're putting out right now is comedic gold to me. Like,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, now when the first time I heard about the Black Lady Sketch Show, Kev on Stage was on it.
Yeah.
But then some controversy had popped up about something that had happened in one of the sketches.
Yeah, I guess
what was that about?
I guess one of the comedians, Billy Sorrells, he had an idea for that sketch that he was in, the whole pre-date post date press conference thing. You know how when athletes have the press conference after the game? Well, it was a press conference after a date with the chick, and he claimed he had that idea, and
they tried to take my boy Kev out.
Yeah.
They tried to take my man Kev out.
He had nothing to do with it, though. It wasn't him.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I watched what Kev said. Listen, I auditioned. I was called. I came and I read the script they gave me, and I went home.
Right.
He said, I got nothing to do.
Right.
Yeah.
If I could recommend anything to watch this week, it'll be that.
HBO Max ain't on Disney Plus or Netflix or Prime or... Oh, okay. We got it. All right.
Oh, she was...
Yeah, she said, oh, I have it. I was like, okay, we got it. Go team.
I just caught what just happened. But yeah, no. So black women, I swear, like, I don't really... It kills me that white people are still racist towards black people with all that we do for this country. Like, we play basketball, we play your sports, we do your movies, your music, we do all these contributions. All the TikTok dances have been started by black people, and all this stuff that we contribute and to make this country the way it is, and we're still treated the way we're treated. Cause I promise you, if we stop dancing, if we stop singing, if we stop rapping, if we stop acting, if we stop creating the things that make this country what it is, we stop inventing. Because a lot of these inventions that were invented by black people, if they were not existent, we would be in a worse place than we are right now.
Well, yeah, obviously. Yes. Now, I don't disagree with anything you're saying.
And it just kills me that we're still treated that way. And black women, especially, like, they need to be protected. In my opinion, they need to be loved and protected more than they are already, more than they're getting right now.
Dang. Okay, here comes some hot water. I have a question. When we say black women need to be protected, right. I have what that means in my head.
Right.
But what does that mean in a general sense?
That means protected from harm physically. Protected.
I got that. I mean, that's one of the
protected from like a bad image, a bad reputation.
Okay, right there. Wait, let's stop right there. So, and this is, I'm only bringing this up about the black women topic because that's what we're talking about.
Right.
But just in general, when people do stuff that doesn't rub other people the right way. Now, regardless of whether they did something with malice or that's just them, this is me expressing myself in my creative way. Mm-hmm. And then somebody else, in this case, somebody of a different race, hates on you for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. Are you saying that in this essence, protect black women, for everybody that has a problem with what they're doing, we have to fight that battle?
What do you mean?
Well, okay, I'm saying... we say protect black women. Right. Okay, let's say Black Lady Sketch Show.
Right.
She's doing this and it's going great. Mm-hmm. Who is attacking her? Let's point that out first, because then I want to talk about that.
No, I don't think anybody's attacking her for like right now. I'm just saying in general, like, I mean, I guess I'm looking for what is the actual thing that. What is our protection? Like, how are we protecting them? What do I do to protect you? What is that? Because it's so easy to say, hey, protect black women. Sounds great. What would you like me to do, ma'am? Now, if I'm out there was a video where the lady and a white dude was all in her face, and she was just standing there, and a dude came up and was like, yo, back up. Right.
Protection.
Right.
All the way with it.
Right.
But when we're talking about in the creative art world,
right,
What does it mean?
What it means to like give them their flowers while they're here. First of all,
okay.
Give them their recognition.
Okay.
Put them in the forefront because it's them that are making these shows a possibility. Grey's Anatomy, one of the greatest TV shows of all time.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Absolutely, in my opinion.
Here's the cold part is when I lived in DC. When I lived in DC, we had a TV and a DVD player in that two bathroom apartment, and she had Grey's Anatomy all season. So I was in it in 2005.
Okay,
but you know,
I didn't have that show created by a black woman.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got a black lady sketch show. Issa Rae got Insecure. You know,
that's what I'm taking is I'm like a lot of these black women are moving. I'm like, yo, they shitting on everybody as far as what they're doing.
But let's keep them in that high esteem. Let's keep what they're doing going. That's what I mean. Don't let a black lady sketch show end at like 4 seasons. You know, keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Like Mad TV.
Well, we'll see.
Look, I'll say this much. Mad TV had how many seasons? Like double-digit seasons?
I never watched an episode of Mad TV.
I did.
Never.
I did. I'm saying let's put a black lady sketch show in the same realm. To me, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Everybody might not think like I do, but I love comedy.
Yeah.
When I watched that show the first season, like last week, I started watching it. I haven't laughed that hard in a long ass time. And this is sketch comedy, and I love sketch. I come from A Living Color. I come from SNL, Mad TV. What other shows?
Key and Peele.
All that.
Key and Peele is actually a lot more funny than I realized.
It is. Yeah, Key and Peele is a lot more funny than people want to give it credit for.
Yeah.
You know, all that too, and
all that was definitely a sketch show.
Super fucking funny. All I'm saying is, when I say protect black women, when it comes to that shows in particular, even the creators of the show, the actors in the show, the producers, all them, anyone involved with that particular production, protect black women in a sense to keep it going. Let this be a part of our culture now. Let this be talked about in the same instance as in Living Color. Let's in Dave Chappelle show and like other shows like that. Let's keep it going. Don't let it fall into cracks. This show is too much gold in this show to keep this under wraps. You know what I'm saying? Like Shonda Rhimes, give her more. Let more of her projects get greenlit. Lovecraft Country, one of the greatest shows from HBO ever, killed after the first season. Why?
They just canceled my show too. Raising Dion?
Yeah.
Fuck y'all, man. I was looking.
Look, real talk.
Punch y'all in the face.
Hold on. I'm glad you brought that. Real talk. Fuck you, Netflix, for canceling Raising Dion.
How dare you?
For real. For real. That almost.
We were all rooting for you. I'm the mind mover.
Look,
I move things with my mind.
Raising Dion was brilliant, and
brilliant.
That almost made me cancel my subscription, bro. Like, they canceled Raising Dion for what?
How dare they? I was looking forward. Josiah, I think the little boy. Let that man work. And the girl. I read the article, and I was like, well, who is the girl type? They said this girl just said all this stuff, and I was like, well, who is she? Esperanza.
Yeah.
Let Esperanza live.
Right.
Or whatever her real name is. Y'all ain't shit.
Right. So when I say protect black women, I say don't let their careers fall in the cracks. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's support them. You know what I'm saying? Black people, watch the show. Plug the show. If you have a podcast, plug the show. Talk about the show. Talk about the women in the show. You know what I'm saying? Talk about them. Keep them in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Don't let their careers fall in the cracks. Because Robin Thede, she's been doing stuff before that. Mm-hmm. She was on BET doing some other show in Chocolate News with David Alan Grier. Yeah, she's writing for other comedians. Bro, she's a genius. On the
writing side, I mean, I don't know.
Right, but I'm saying,
I don't know what we can do. Again, when a project is out, okay, yes, you can support that project.
Right.
So I'm all for that.
Right.
I guess again, I'm always looking for what specifically, because a lot of these terms in America that we use, we get these catchphrases,
right,
for whatever's going on. But I am interested less so in the catchphrase itself,
right,
and more so into what exactly are we talking about so I can do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Again, protect black women. You know, protect is a big word.
Yeah.
The fuck we talking about? That's
right.
where I was going.
Right.
Again, in my mind, physically protecting. If you listen, and yes, black women, but any woman that is out and there's a threat and you can protect.
Right.
Do that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying. Absolutely. But I'm just saying, like in this instance.
But yes, in this
where,
creative sense.
Yeah. You know, protect black women. You know, keep their stuff going. Don't let it fall in the cracks.
Protect the Say It Loud podcast too.
Yeah, protect the Say It Loud podcast.
Cover us, amen.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, no, I'm all for that. I will watch again. I've watched scenes and parts. I haven't watched the whole season.
Robin Thede is a genius. She's hilarious, bro. And so is all the other women on that show too. They're all funny, bro. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. Like, and it's all black women, but like men will like it too. Like any race, really, any person should definitely like this show. This show is up there as far as funny, content wise, and the funny of it. It's up there with like Chappelle's Show and In Living Color.
Is it the same? Well, see, Chappelle's Show was its own lane because that was dark humor.
It's still sketch
dark
comedy.
humor, but is it dark humor? There's a difference. Chappelle got away with some shit.
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
but it was a different time then.
It was
a different time.
And that was cable, and she on a private channel. So that's why I'm like, is it dark comedy? Just light comedy?
It's like it gets dark. It gets dark, but it's still funny.
Oh,
it's still funny. If you ain't watched it, bro. Comedy. If you ain't watched it, watch it, bro. I promise you.
I'm with it.
I'm all the way with it. That seems like a good place to stop, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that's cool. Unless there's anything else. One more question.
Right.
You believe in that giants was real?
Giants?
Giants. I'm talking about them.
Like fee, fi, fo, fum giants?
Yeah, I'm talking about them 50, 60, 75 feet niggas.
I mean, the Nephilim were in the Bible and they were giants.
I'm saying.
So, I mean,
that's what they said. Now, you might be a little well versed because I had this conversation earlier, but I was like, I don't know my Bible that well no more.
Yeah, no, there were Nephilim in the Bible. They were.
It's when the people slept with the angels slept with the people, and then they had the big niggas, and they was walking around. Now, my whole thing is, I be on TikTok. TikTok is a hole that if you fall in.
TikTok is a dark black hole that you will easily.
There's some light places in there. It's okay.
Yeah.
But looking at some of these mountain ranges, these look like fucking giants that just fell over and curled up in a fetal position.
Yeah.
Or you look at the big old things that look like mountains or rocks, and it's a huge ass tree stump.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, who cut that? Because that's a clean.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Do you think they're real like now? Like out here?
Like if they steal some. So my dad, okay. Okay, this is where a conversation with my father went. Because I asked him the same question. He was like, there's giants now. And I was like, well, nigga, you can't. Okay, well, you talking about the 7'6" people. He was like, anybody over 6 foot is a giant. I said, nigga, what?
You're talking about descendants. They had a giant in the family.
My dad said anybody who is over 6 feet, everybody in that person's family is a descendant of one of the angel and people giants. And I said, 6 feet? That's common.
I'm 6'2".
I'm saying. I was like, Pop, I don't get the logic here, but
yeah, I
don't know if I agree with that. Yeah. But and giants, I don't know. I mean, you have the Guinness World Record people.
I'll say this much: either a giant or God. When it comes to the Grand Canyon, if you look at the Grand Canyon, either God took his finger and did like this, or there were giants that formed that bitch. Because ain't no man gonna make that shit. I'm sorry, it's scary as fuck.
Listen,
that's some natural disaster type shit.
I'm telling you, you look at all these things. Again, I look at mountains and how they shape. You see handprints. Whose hand was that? I saw a handprint as big as my living room.
Right.
I was like, huh?
You saw a handprint as big as
I didn't say. I saw it on TikTok.
Oh.
It was in a rock, which was weird. It was one handprint. I was like, where the other? Nigga just came and was like, all right, I'm out. I don't know. But I believe in that stuff. Oh, did you see my story? Okay, I asked a question. And I meant that shit. Hey, can you hit Megan up and tell her she has to park across the street? Thank you. I asked this question. I said 2 questions. 1, flat Earth people and people who believe we live under the firmament, the dome.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah. First question: are they the same people? Are flat Earth and dome people the same?
What do you mean the same?
Do the flat Earth believe we have a dome, and do the dome believe it's a flat Earth with the dome over it?
Oh, no.
Like, are they the same group? They're separate groups.
No, I think they're separate groups.
Okay, now going to the dome. Woo, excuse me. Going to the dome firmament people. Do them niggas believe in UFOs? And if so, how do they get here if we got the firmament? Can them niggas come in? I'm assuming they can't if we can't go out.
Here's the thing. The ozone, we could go out. We go into space all the time. We can get out.
No. There's a difference between orbiting our Earth space and outer space. Okay. There's a difference.
Right. There's the ozone layer, which is pretty much the dome. Like when you look at Earth, when that round thing, it's invisible, but it's there.
Yes.
We can get into space.
Still in our atmosphere.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure if you believe the Earth is flat, you could still get out into the space, and that ozone layer, it's still there. It's just not a whole dome. It's like a half a. If you're a flat earther, it's like a half cup. Now, UFOs and aliens, I fully believe in UFOs. And
Me
aliens,
too.
Because there's no way in hell that this little planet that we on is the only one that has life, and everything else is just lights and darkness. It's just out there. No, there's aliens, and they're probably on Earth right now. We just can't see them.
So my question is, how them niggas get in if we live under a dome?
It's not a dome. It's an invisible layer that you can pass through.
No. Because in the Bible, it talks about the dome, the firmament over the earth that separates the heavens and the earth and the heavens. And listening to people talk about it online. Now, again, it's online. Just listening to people talk about it. But about the firmament, it is a literal. You can't get out.
So how do we get out?
Well, that's the thing.
What is it? Is it like Wakanda? Like there's a door or something in there?
Oh, that's actually a good thing. Think of Wakanda and that force field that they had over it. You know, when they came in Endgame?
Right.
Think of that. That's what the firmament, that's what people saying the firmament is.
So are we controlling the firmament? Like we just...
Well, no, technically the Bible is... God made the firmament.
Okay, but how are we getting out into space?
That's what I'm saying. First of all, ask me if we went to the moon. Fuck no. But...
Hold on. The moon landing's fake too?
What? Nigga!
How?
I've been TikToking. Oh. No, listen. Man, you ever watch the movie? Man, come on, man.
Here we go.
You know what? This is a good place to sign off. All right. Thank y'all for joining us for another episode. We're going to get it. I'm going to do some bonus clips.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Say It Loud podcast. Please like, share, subscribe to the video. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Please join the Loud family. Go to patreon.com/sayitloud. We have all kind of crazy episodes. After Dark happening over there. The difference between us. Theoretical discussions. It's all popping over there. So please do that. All right. We will check y'all next week.